Good evening, and thank you for joining us. Pretty big game tonight, Aaron. Bobcats looking to keep that momentum rolling.
Oh, exactly. St. Albert was the team, though, last week that picked up their third win in the season against the Bobcats. Well, tonight, Bobcats are looking to rebound against them.
A little bit of revenge,
Exactly.
Hey? Excellent. Well, that's coming up in sports. Gerard, I heard that could be some snow on the forecast tonight.
Yeah, we're running a 30% chance later on this evening. Those clouds that were coming up from the south yesterday, they put some snow in Calgary, and now they're kind of heading in our direction. So let's see what we're dealing with, of course, for today. That wind chill has done us no favors again. It's a gentle breeze, really, west-northwest at 11, but wind chill registering -10. At one point early on in the day, it was at -14. So we're overcast and expecting some later on. And as we compare across the region, not too bad for Cold Lake and area, mind you, but for the Battlefords, for that -4 that you're seeing there, and actually the high temperature in the Battlefords today was 0. That happened just at about 1 o'clock. So it's going down to -4, and for the better part of the day, that's been the conditions. Some light snow coming on down. It looks like we're going to get our turn later on, but we'll talk all about it in the second segment.
Daylight savings is set to turn the clocks back 1 hour on Sunday morning, in some parts of Saskatchewan, that is. And the hours that the polls will be open for Election Day may now become confusing. The border city and surrounding areas will gain 1 hour, while the rest of Saskatchewan will be staying the same. But on Election Day, the polls will be set to Central Standard Time.
Across the whole province are in Central Standard Time, so that means 9 a.m. Central Standard Time to 8 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Also, to be able to vote, you must either have a voter information card numeration record or another type of photo identification.
Every voter, whether they're on the list or not, has to provide identification to prove that they to prove their identity and to also prove their place of residence.
The election will take place on Monday, November 7th. It's a time-honored tradition in Lloydminster. The 33rd annual Stockade Roundup is in full swing with Canada's best cattle on display. Lauren Poland has the story.
Ranching is the only life David Vixie has ever known. Vixie Family Farm in Roseland, Alberta has been around for over a century.
It's a fifth-generation farm. So yeah, 109 years.
Though he's been farming for as far back as he can remember, the 33rd annual Stockdale Roundup is something new.
This is actually our first year here. So yeah, as new exhibitors, it's really fun. I really enjoy it. The hospitality has been awesome.
This is class number 2 in our Horn River Show.
The annual Roundup has been a time-honored tradition for decades here in Lloyd.
We seem to be going in the right direction. Our numbers are up this year, so that's always a good sign.
Close to 300 of Canada's finest cattle are right here in Lloydminster taking part in the show.
It all started as basically an opportunity for area producers to market their cattle, the purebred cattle, I think is how it all got started.
We've had a great show. Lots of people coming through, lots of customers, so it kind of gets reacquainted with them, and it's been really good, actually.
And when asked if cattle from Vixie Farm would make the 3-hour trek back to Lloyd next year,
not a question about that. The answer is yes. Love it, love it.
Lauren Pullen, Newcap News.
Members of the Stars Air Ambulance team are on site at different grocery stores in the border city promoting their calendars. It's part of an annual campaign to raise money for the air service. The group will be in Lloydminster until Sunday, and Kathy Lee explains the campaign is in place to teach the public about what Stars is all about.
William Giesbray usually greets customers at this entrance by himself. But today, the Stars ambulance team has set up at the same location for a fundraiser campaign.
Our calendar is a $30 donation, and again, it has a story each month about somebody we've airlifted and saved their life.
Happy to share the station with the team, Giesbray has bought another calendar to show his support.
It's a very nice cause. You know, like I say, somebody's got to support it, and we people might as well.
How's it going, buddy? Stars is a charity service, and at $100 a minute to get the chopper off the ground, Wakelam says the funds raised benefits everyone.
It's too expensive for people to pay. They're too sick or injured to be worried about getting a bill in the mail. So we, by fundraising all the money, we can pay for the airlift.
In addition to raising money, the team educates the public about what STARS does. Currently, there are bases in Edmonton, Calgary, and Grand Prairie, and between those bases, about 1,500 airlifts are made each year. 25% of calls are from highways, industrial, and farm sites, and 75% are from hospitals.
Well, that is nice. Thank you.
While Geese Bray has never been airlifted before, he says he has witnessed the STARS team in action.
I heard the ambulance, the chopper, and it just mattered of minutes he was landed, and just they put the person in and he was gone. Like, it was just very short time. So the thing is, that's right there between life or death, you know.
And Geese Bray says the experience has inspired him to continue supporting the cause.
I did last year, this year, I'll do it next year. I think I'll do it as long as I live.
Kathy Lee, Newcap News.
The Lloydminster and Area Brain Injury Society, also known as LABIS, is celebrating their 25th anniversary by opening a used clothing store. They're starting a number of projects to help raise funds for their nonprofit organization. As Peter Quinlan explains, the impact LABIS has on people is life-changing.
Running a free program can be a challenge, but this local charity has decided to open a clothing store to help make ends meet.
We run a free program for survivors of brain injury, and we are all about raising funds. We raise about 60% of our budget.
LABIS has been working hard for months to renovate the new clothing store, which is set to open in a few weeks.
I think people should come to this one because it will be, as I said, just clothing, so you won't have to wade through all the housewares and furniture and things like that to get to the clothing. And we're really shooting for a bit of a higher end clothing store, so a lot of more name brand.
LABIS has a vision to reach out to those with brain injuries, helping them develop important life skills. Those who come here say they are forever grateful for the support they've received.
It helps me, like I never did cooking anything before, and I just completely forgot how.
Some of the participants who live on their own, and it's to teach them a little better eating habits and how to eat economically, because most of them are on limited budgets.
The Life Enrichment Program is one of the outreaches LABIS offers that helps participants meet their basic needs and feel at home.
Well, it will help them because a lot of them aren't eating, especially the ones who live on their own, aren't eating very healthy, simply because they don't know how to, or they haven't got the money to.
And here, you're just like my family.
LABIS is asking for the community to help make a difference in these people's lives through their clothing store.
The bins will be located in the alley. The building is 5732 44th Street, so it's on the Alberta side. We need volunteers to help sort clothing and hang clothing, etc.
Peter Quinlan, Newcap News.